Is this you? Oh man, my first cave. Oh. Oh, what's this? Oh, this must be super rare. Where's my pickaxe? Where's my... Oh, it's a little broken. That's all right. That's all right. I should be able to at least, get a cup. Well, okay, I'll just come back later. Oh, I need that. I don't have a lot of these. Let's see. All right, now I just take this, and oh, I don't have any fuel. Oh, what's the? That's rude. Sound like my dad. Oh, there we go. And then we just take this, and then stop it. What you need is one of these. It's 44 blocks long, 13 blocks wide, and 10 blocks tall. This thing can smelt 461,000 items per hour. It costs 256 bamboo to fire it for 5 seconds. If you'd like to skip to the block by block tutorial, go ahead and click on my face right here. Otherwise, stick around, I'll tell you a little bit about the system. There's not too much to say. You take your items, throw them in here, and they get split evenly into 8 lanes, 4 on this side and 4 on this side. It's the exact same concept as an Etho super smelter on his Let's Play, but mine here has twice as many furnaces. Since it's so much bigger, I had to devise a more complicated redstone solution to make sure it all works smoothly and consistently. And I also added my own fuel distribution mechanism over here. And now, for a demonstration. As I said before, this is your input chest where you throw in whatever you want to smelt. You throw in your fuel right here, and items that have been smelted will float up this bubble column for you to pick up. For your first time running the system, make sure you have at least 128 pieces of fuel to throw in there, so that way each one of these furnaces gets 1. To fuel the system, go ahead and just chuck it right on in here. It's going to get brought down this water stream and split 4 ways evenly into each of these chest minecarts. The system's going to detect when there is no longer fuel being sent into the minecarts, and it's going to send them on their way like so. Of course, you can throw in as much fuel as you desire. Since I threw in 5 stacks of fuel, each one of these minecarts will have 1 stack and 16. So that means when it gets sent on its way here, it's going to have enough items inside to go all the way there and all the way back, and it's still going to have some left over. And as you can see right there, because of this detector rail and comparator, the system is smart enough to know to send the minecarts back when there is more items to deliver. And now they're done. Once the furnaces have fuel, that means the system is primed and ready. So go ahead and throw in whatever you want to smelt right here. The system will wait for each of these chest minecarts to have exactly 32 items, and once it gets there, it's going to send them all on their way. They're going to drop off 16 items on the way there and 16 items on the way back. Once the items have smelted, they will flow through these hoppers into these droppers and get spit out into this water stream right here. And from there, they'll flow into this bubble column and sit right underneath the trapdoors for you to pick up. As you can see with how many diamonds I'm picking up, this thing smelts pretty quick. All of our items have smelted now, and yep, I got all of them. Everything that was thrown into the system got brought back to me. There is sometimes some weirdness where you might lose 1 item. I don't exactly know why. I'm assuming it's just Minecraft being weird, but that might happen to you once or twice. And now it's about that time we talk about the technical shizzle whizzle. So, technical shizzle whizzle of this redstone. Before we get into that, I need you guys to keep in mind one word, and that is symmetrical, okay? Just hold that word in your heads. I'll explain its importance in a minute. Let's take it from the top. So the first thing I want to talk about is the splitter. The splitter is these 2 hopper minecarts and the 8 hoppers that are sitting beneath them. All that this is doing is taking items out of this double chest and splitting them evenly into 8 lanes that each go into one of the chest minecarts. Now, this is where the idea of symmetricality comes into play. The flow of items is going to be the same in each one of these hoppers because it's all even. Therefore, if we want to read the flow and use that to power on our system, we only need one comparator. Once items start flowing down through the system, this comparator is going to power this block, which is going to do two things simultaneously. One of the things it's going to do is it's going to move one of these swords up here, and that's going to decrease the signal strength of this comparator, which will cause the piston to retract. Now, since the connection between the hopper and the comparator is very quickly interrupted, that's going to send a pulse through this block, which is going to make its way down this chain of 32 repeaters, all set at 4 ticks apiece. Now, 4 ticks is how long it takes for an item to travel down from a hopper into a chest minecart or a chest or a furnace or anything that's not another hopper or a hopper minecart, because items travel downwards through hoppers and hopper minecarts basically instantly. So hopefully you can all see where I'm going with this. 32 repeaters with set at 4 ticks apiece means that once the pulse has reached this block and the chest minecarts are sent down the rails, each chest will have 32 items exactly. At the same time, the pulse is going to make its way up here through a delay circuit to reset the clock. The reason we need to delay the reset is so that the minecarts have enough time to travel down and back to their original positions. Once the pulse makes its way over here, this sword is again going to go down here, that piston is going to extend, and the whole thing can start over again. Let's do a bit of a dummy run so you can see the redstone in action. Pay attention to these redstone repeaters here because it's all going to happen kind of quick. So block retracts, the pulse makes its way over and through, and by the time that comes down to this block, there will be exactly 32 items in this chest. It's going to go up here into this block, which is going to reset the whole thing. We'll watch it make its way around one more time, but this time we'll pay attention to the redstone here so we can see the reset actually happen. Here we go, it's about to reset. And it's going to send another pulse. It happens that quick. Down here, there's droppers doing dropper things, dispensing the smelted items. And again, symmetricality, right? What this dropper is doing is the same thing as the other 7 droppers. That's why we only need one comparator. That comparator, whenever there's something inside of it, is going to power this block, extend this piston, which smashes these observers into each other. That will create a clock and power all the other droppers. And now, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce you to Like and Subscribe Land. Woo! Yeah, this right here is where I'm going to be doing all my tutorials and my building and stuff like that. As you can see, it's very dark mode. It's always nighttime here, and it's going to be great, okay? It's going to be great. You got to trust me. This chest has everything we need for today. It's got 12 minecart chests. These pressure plates can be anything as long as it stops water and also allows items to pass through. And we also need 3 hopper minecarts. Obviously, you can use whatever building blocks you want for the thing. This is wrong, by the way. You only need 3, not 4 of those. Go ahead and scope out a nice little spot for wherever you want to plop this thing down. Reminder, it is 44 blocks long, 13 blocks wide, and 10 blocks tall. And once you found the center of where you think you're going to put it, place down a little 2x2 of ice blocks right there. Then place 8 more on this side, and 8 more on this side, and cap that off with another 4. Now we're going to throw down 8 droppers. I'm going to place down some helper blocks to help with that. Put 2 here, and then 2 here, 2 on this side, and 2 on this side. Now we're going to box it all in, like so. Make sure you close off the back, as well as the front. Oh, jeez. Very nice. Now we need fence gates. There. Or pressure plates or signs, whatever you want. Same thing here. Then 4 sources. 4 water sources. 1 here, 1 there. 1 there, and 1 there. And then soul sand. Box in your soul sand as well. This is going to be our bubble column, and we're going to build that up 3 blocks high, 6 blocks after this. So in total, it should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blocks. Fill it up with water source blocks. At the top, put your trapdoors. Now you can come down here, cover this all up, so that way items don't fly out of the droppers anywhere they don't need to go. Now we're going to place a couple observers facing this way on each side. Underneath here, we're going to need a comparator. Run that into a solid block of some kind. And on the other side of this block, slap down a sticky piston. Put an observer facing there, another one facing here. Put a solid block on the back of this observer, and then make a row of blocks all across in front of the observers. Put a repeater here, and redstone like that. Come to this side, and between the droppers, place down 2 blocks. If you want to fill in this gap, go ahead. And then from the back of this observer, make a line of redstone going over top the droppers, and do the same thing on the other side. 4 blocks, line of redstone from the back of the observer over the top of the droppers like that. I like to slap a lever right here, just in case I ever want to manually turn on the clock. And if you look at the time, it's just about hopper o'clock. So now come to the back of each of your droppers, place a line of 16 hoppers. And on top of each one of these hoppers, you're going to want to put a furnace, or a blast furnace, or a cooker if you want to be weird, but hey, that's up to you. I think it's a good idea to make sure all your furnaces are facing outward, so that way if maybe something gets caught in one of them through one of the hoppers, you can tell that it's not working by looking at it. Otherwise, right, if it's facing this way and there's something like that gets in the inventory from when you were building, you'll never know it's not working. Next step is to place down 4 stacks of hoppers. 1 going into the side, or the face, I guess I should say, of every furnace. And we also need a hopper on top of each furnace. Now come to the middle and place 2 blocks at the end of each of these hopper lines. Go up 1 block and fill in this whole middle area. Come over to this side and place 1 block at the end of these hoppers, 4 blocks diagonal to those like this, and then 3 blocks at the end of these hoppers. And diagonal to this block, place another block, go over 5 more, go down and over, go up and over, down and over, up and over, swing around this side, down and over 2, up and over, and one more block right there. Should look like this. Guys, I made a mistake. So I'm at the end of the video right now. That's where everything looks different. This block right here has to be a slab, okay? Slab. Now we're gonna lay down some wiring. So 7 redstone, like so. Repeater here and here. More dust, a comparator right there. Take another block, stick it in the corner of these 2 repeaters. Place a comparator facing this way on top of it. Put a block right there. Torch, block, dust. Sticky piston next to this block facing up. Attach a target block to that. Place one more block right there. Place a transparent block like glass or a slab or something right there. Another block right there, and 2 repeaters. Set one of these to 4. And on the other side, all you have to do is place 1 block at the end of each hopper and 1 block diagonal to each of those blocks. So it should look like that. At this point, we're ready to start placing down our rail lines. So fill in these gaps here. These ones in the middle too. And on this side as well. Okay, and now we're going to do the rails. So starting on this one, we need rail, normal rail, detector rail, 3 powered rails, and then all the rest of the way down is normal rails. Until you get to the end, where you will need 4 powered rails. For this one, it's just 2 powered rails, normal rails, 2 powered rails here, normal rail, powered rail, and we're gonna mirror this on this side. Do the same thing. For these middle ones, we just want powered rail, rail, then 3 powered rails, and then rails the rest of the way until the end. And here we need 4. And this far rail line here is going to be the same as these middle ones. Rail, powered rail, or other way around. 3 powered rails. Rails to the end. And 4 powered rails here. Okay, quick correction actually. Run this clock really quick. And depending on which direction you're facing, right now I'm facing north. The rails will do some funky stuff like that. So go ahead and swap those out for detector rails, and you should be good. Next, we're going to come over to this middle section. We're going to place down 10 redstone, like this. On top of each of these powered rails, we're going to place 2 hoppers. For these inside hoppers, these 4 right here, we're going to connect them with 2 hoppers like this. For these outside ones, we're going to connect them to the middle like that. And then place 8 more in the middle here. And now we're going to swing around on this side. We're going to place down our hopper minecarts. So for this step, it's really useful to have some walls to help you out. Place them like that. and a couple extra blocks. Throw a rail down, throw your hopper minecart down, and just shove it all the way into the corner here. Do the same thing on this side. All the way into the corner. Now we can break these walls. And the next step is to smash these all in with glass. So place 8 blocks of glass above them. Or it doesn't have to be glass, whatever you want. And this is the way I kind of do it. Just redstone blocks and pistons. There we go, and now we need our chest to go right there. To make sure that the splitter works properly, take a stack of items. Check these hoppers. They should each get 8. Whenever you have exposed hoppers like this, it's usually a good idea to put some composters on top of them, just so that you can reduce lag, because otherwise, if they're just left open like that, they're going to be constantly checking above them to see if there's something they can pull items from. But if you put a composter on top, they no longer do that check. It doesn't make a huge difference. If you're on a single player world, you don't really need to worry about it too much, but on a server, it might be a good idea to do that. I'm gonna go ahead and place down some more blocks just so I have a bit of a platform to walk around on. We're gonna make a smaller version of this splitter over here now. So on top of these powered rails, go up 2 with hoppers. Tie in these far ones into the middle, like that. And then in between these 4 hoppers, we're gonna want a hopper minecart. Try and put it in the middle, best you can. And then we're gonna do some more smashing with pistons. And from here, we're going to take ice, go all the way to the middle. Like so, and place 2 more blocks here. Box this all in with a block of your choice. Then we need a water source right there. 6 blocks of honey. Take some fence gates or signs or pressure plates, whichever you want. Place 2 down right there. 2 more water sources and 2 more honey blocks at the end here. And now you can cover this up. Leave an opening right here. This is where you're gonna put a trap door. Just like that. Now we're gonna wire up our central clock. Place a block on this hopper here. Another one there. Comparator facing that way. Into a block. Dropper facing up. Another dropper facing down. Off of this dropper, we need another comparator. Face that into a block. And bring that down 3 blocks like so. And then we need a piston right there. Place dust here. Now we need 3 more blocks in the middle here. 1 there, 1 there, and 1 there. Place dust on all 3 of those. Another block next to this comparator here. And then off of this block, okay, we're going to go out 17. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Place that into a block. And then we're going to go 17 again this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Off of this block, we want to go over 5 more blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Paste that into a block. Bring it over the rest of the way like so. And place a block here. Now we need repeaters. Dust. More repeaters. And then repeaters all along this side. 2 pieces of dust. More repeaters. There should be 32 in total on this platform. And 10 in total on this platform. And once that's done, set them all to 4. Set these ones to 4 as well. And for the final step, take 2 non-stackable items and throw them in this dropper. And it's all ready to go. I actually placed an extra repeater there. Didn't have to do that. And now for the final step, all we need to do is power these lines and throw in our chest minecarts. Put a block there, one there, one there, one here. Take your minecarts, send them on in like so. Then on this side, 1 here, 2 here, 2 there. Send in your minecarts. Same thing over here. And you are finished. The thing is built. Oh, just kidding, just kidding, just kidding. Need more blocks. There. Now it's finished. You want to go ahead and make sure everything works. Just make sure that these chest minecarts will go all the way down and back. Just stick a button back here. Send them on their way. Alright, that's all good. Test these ones out as well. Nice. And now we're up here and we're ready for our test run. Let's first throw in the fuel. Make sure that gets to where it needs to go. While we do that, we could also throw in whatever we want to smelt. Looking good, looking good. Let's make sure these depart with 32. Perfect. Make your way up and down the line here to make sure... Oh, this one didn't get... This one didn't get a piece of coal. Oh, I know why that happened. I know why that happened. This block needs to be a slab. Yes, sir. Otherwise, that detector rail is going to lock this hopper. So make sure this is a slab. But other than that, everything looks to be firing just fine. See our diamonds. I threw in 6 stacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm missing 3. I assume those 3 are in here. And yes, they are. So the system works. Hope you guys enjoyed that little tutorial. I'm probably going to be making more. Maybe not. I don't know. Who knows? We'll see what happens. This thing took me a long time to design. But like a lot longer than it should have probably. And I'm very proud of it. So I hope you guys get some good use out of it. And I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, week, month, life, whatever, really. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.